Hi Leo, so this is going to be your ACEs reading. In order to know more about the reading type, kindly check out the description box below. I'm going to look at any sort of new or renewed sort of truths that needs consolidation or reconsolidation, any sort of new passionate beginning or renewed, like if something is going right, then why change the game, right? And in terms of emotions, and then your practical life, yes, your 3D reality. So let's look at your Ace of Swords first, honey. Any sort of truth, mental note, mental discovery or rediscovery or recommitting to a certain sort of lifestyle or thought process, belief system, could be anything for that matter. Okay, so Ace of Wands, you're already showing me the Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups and 10 of Cups. So it's your desire to have a new beginning here. You want to open up, emotionally speaking. It's not just coming from a sense of passion. Again, that's your energy, natural energy, right? You are a fire sign. So it's very eminent for me to see here your Ace of Wands here, because if I would not be seeing this, I would be really questioning, like, where are you at, Leo? Like, seriously. But you showed me you are yourself. You understand your sense of passion, your sense of fire, your sense of drive, your sense of ambition. And you're telling me that your new ambition right now is that you want to have love. You want to have equal, healthy, stable love. It's not just being open for the sake of it, randomly, like shopping around for cups, shopping around for relationships. Casual connections also apply, and these apply too, and anything and everything. I'm open to anything and everything. No, you are defining it by, it needs to light me up, it needs to fire me up, and it also needs to have some sort of stable structure attached to it. Like, can I count on it, emotionally speaking? Can I count on it to be there, to love me every day, not just in today, gone tomorrow, or be in the fantasy zone? I don't want no fantasies. I want definition. So you know what you want, and I say go, 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 go. Why are you here? Like, you have a plan. Leo with a plan. Go, Leo. Go the lines of the zodiac, yes? You know your priorities, and that's great, actually. The Page of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a fear. I mean, you're trying not to actually tend to your fears here. It's like you have a strong fear of abandonment, honey. It's like things might not work out, Arya, I could miserably fail, like, I'm building a life with somebody and it could really go downhill. But then again, you're not looking at that fear. You're actively keeping yourself blinded. Like, I'm not going to tend to it. I'm not going to think about it, because you know what? Life's too short. Like, I can't, succumb to one fear and not live life. There's so much to experience here, and I feel really good about new experiences. So I would rather try than not, right? I would rather try and see for myself whether it's for me or not, than to just sulk here and be like, nothing works for me, and be a sad sob. No, you're not. You're actually wanting to live life. You're taking active steps. You're actively, even if it's at the smallest of levels right now, which it should be at the smallest of levels, it's the smallest level of nerve. The Page of Wands is basically the nerve. He's the most boldest of all the pages. And you're showing me your bold nature, honey, which is to say that, you're being bold, and you're more than willing to try than not try. Than to be like, oh, things might not work out, so let me just, stick around with the known and stick around, hang back and just do nothing, because things might not work out. I could be hurt. But then, oh, what if you fly, right? Oh, but what if you fly? Isn't that the quote? Like, but what if you fly? Okay, so what is it? There's some secret that we are not trying to keep a secret here. We're not trying to keep a secret here. We are trying to actively come out of the moon energy here. And we are doing so a bit nervously, like we have doubts, but then again, we are doing it anyways. Like, I'm not going to be secretive. I'm not going to be mysterious. Like, I'm going to be open. I'm going to be more vulnerable. I'm going to be more open and telling of my life. Like, I'm going to be honest about my life. I'm going to let people in. Like, I'm not going to be all sorts of mysterious here. The Six of Swords, Page of Cups. Yeah, you're like, I've moved away from that lifestyle, like keeping secrets while meeting with people. It's like you're like, I'm not into fantasies. I'm not into what is going on here. Like, I'm not sure about who you are. I'm not sure about what's going on here. I want some sort of definition here. If I'm showing a Page of Wands, I need some Page too, in equal measure, in return. I want somebody to return my efforts. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm going to move on. If it's too confusing, if the connectivity feels fishy, if the connectivity feels like this person is not connecting to me in the right ways, like they're not letting themselves out, or they're not allowing themselves to be seen, or they're not being vulnerable, and I have to really be sneaky and, pry shit out of them, then I don't want it, I don't have to put in a lot of effort in order for others to be open to me. That's not for me. It should be naturally open to me. Things that are for me are naturally going to be open for me out of their own free will. I don't have to persuade them. They should feel that in their bones. That's the thing that is for me, right? And good on you. You have had that figured out, so it's great. Five of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you're telling me that you're not going to succumb to any sort of manipulating games or in and out behavior, or that I'm in today, I'm gone tomorrow. Oh, I have these feelings, but let's not define it too much. You're not into that. It's like I used to self-sabotage in the past, and that had caused me a lot of disappointments. Like I used to be into confusion. Like whenever people were acting confused or like this is not what I want, it was my cue to work even harder to pursue them, like show them even more patience and be more vulnerable, even carry the whole relationship on my own back, like love for two people. And that caused you a lot of stress, but I feel like you eventually stopped doing it. Like it's not working, the recipe is not working, the recipe is not sticking, Arya. So I feel like we need to change the game, and so we are. And it's like, you know, I'm not into secretive shit, I'm not into sneaky shit. If you have a problem with me, be honest, be upfront, be bold enough to talk to me about it, about what you want me to improve on, or what I want to improve, what I want you to improve on, you know, things like that. That's very natural in a relationship, you know. Like you're not going to love everything about each other, and you're not going to be completely perfect around each other. You have to actively work your way around each other, right? Trying to understand what each other likes and what's right, what is the right way to behave. Because sometimes, yes, we all have some toxic traits, relationally speaking. So we learn to become better. And it's like, I'm going to abide by my own sense of wish fulfillment and my own self-love principles. I've learned it the hard way. So I'm not going to indulge in people, places, and situations that are actually distant from me, that actually remain that far away into the fantasy land, that inconsistent sort of bullshit, that inconsistent sort of emotional connectivity that doesn't stick. I want it to stick. I don't want it to be in the fantasy land. Three of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're telling me that it's very difficult to wait around, like for the right opportunity to show up at your door, but you want real. You're telling me you're very stable and you understand yourself very well. So you're also telling me that you're not into waiting game or any sort of up in the air bullshit. Like I want something real and honest, something I can take seriously and something I can commit to, something I can put my all into, you know, my all real valid efforts into. And it should please me. That's what pleases me, you know, reality, real world things. So I'm going to actively block something that makes me wait. If something is making me wait, like wait for 1 month, I'll decide. Again, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no, right? I mean, you figured that out. So I feel like, yeah, you want equal reciprocated effort since the beginning, and I feel like you're coming off on the back of a lot of lessons learned, honey. You're telling me that you're becoming this person, but it's not a one-day thing. It took you years to be here, I feel. A lot of heartbreaks, a lot of wasted time, wasted energy, wasted fire, passion, feeling angry about on yourself, at yourself, with other people around you, and things like that. You're committing to it. You're committing to your own truth. You're like completely consolidating. The more you go out and meet different sorts of people, you are more so like, you know, I'm recommitting to my own sense of self. Like whatever I was pursuing, I'm going to do that. No. Heart space. Let's stick to that. Let's stick to my own truth. And you're being more firm. It's like the more you deal with the nonsense, you know, because let's be honest, the dating world today is very, very superficial. People are very superficial. People don't want to define things. We have so many terms like situationship, nanoship. I don't know what the hell those terms are. I don't even remember any of it. But then again, you know, you are not into any of that. Like the more you deal with all that bullshit, the more you go within and you're like, let me just remind myself what I was looking for actually. Let me remind myself what my actual wish fulfillment is, what would actually please me, what my goals are, emotional goals are. You are consolidating and reconsolidating, and every time you go within after dealing with a lot of nonsensical people, you're like, you become even firmer in your own truth. Like, this is what I'm looking for. I'm sorry, but whatever I've been dealing with or whatever I'm seeing around me, it's not it. It's not it. I want my heart. I want an equal to my heart. And you're being very firm. You're an emperor. You understand what self-empowerment means, honey, and you're using it to your advantage here, not necessarily your disadvantage. So it's taking you a lot of effort, but then again, you're telling me that you would rather be open than not, right? And that's all that matters. I feel like it's only time that you'll find somebody of equal stature, somebody worth exploring with, right? Five of Swords, Ten of Cups, Strength. You're telling me the vision is very far away, like you can't achieve it. You don't believe it that you can achieve it. Why? You're doing so good. Why now? That's you with the strength here. So you're telling me that probably, you know, after dealing with a lot of people, a lot of inconsistent bullshit, a lot of in and out people, you're telling me that probably, you know, I am expecting for too much, and probably I am, you know, too much for people. My goals are too much. Maybe I'm too old school. Maybe I'm too, you know, looking for something that's not necessarily available in this era, so to speak. No, 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 no. No. I'm saying no. You're telling me maybe I'll be always single. No, no, no. I feel like there is something that's going to come along your way and it's going to surprise you. There is somebody here. I'm telling you. Show me more about this. At this point, I'm seeing Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Wands twice actually, Ace of Swords as well as Ace of Cups too. So you can't tell me that that much power energy that there's not somebody else here. And the Ace of Pentacles is here as well. What? Is somebody else presenting you with an offer? I feel like this Nine of Pentacles is not you. This is somebody else. I'm telling you, this is somebody else. And they're presenting an offer in love as well as your passion. One that you were looking for, right? You are consolidating and reconsolidating your truth the more you deal with nonsensical people. And I feel like the more you reconsolidate and become firm in that energy, there is something that comes along the way. And I feel like it's something of the past. You did not expect this offer to come your way. And it's like there's heartbreak attached to you, or this connection, or this between you two. You know, somebody rejected somebody, or somebody shied away from giving you the real offer, real deal, or you shied away from them. Probably, I don't know, take it as it resonates, but I feel like it was them, because they are coming back around and you're like, I don't trust the goals here. Like, can I achieve the emotional goal that I'm looking for? Because you're telling me that you are confirmed in your emotional goals and what you actually desire in terms of relationship and long-term stability. So you're like, can this person actually fit into my real world? Can this person actually be there? I mean, yes, they're offering me their heart and new beginning and passion. It feels like they're claiming of their heart space, their feelings for me and what they want to have with me in terms of passion and love. But then again, I don't trust that this would go anywhere. You don't trust that it would go anywhere. And that's why probably you're shying away from their offer. You're not trying to give your best. It's like you're shying away from giving them the best of your energy, or making that ultimate offer, or accepting that ultimate offer of commitment. It's like you don't trust that they fit into the emotional goals, like they are stable, emotionally speaking. And probably, hey, they gave you an ample amount of, you know, proof to think like that about this person's character, probably. And that's why you think that this person is not necessarily stable, like they love their independence too much, or they would not stick around for long. Like, they are giving me this right now, but they will eventually take it away from me. Like, they will be like, you know, dip in, dip out. Like, oh, I gave this to you today, and no, I'm not feeling it today, so I'm taking back my offer and shying away from it. It could be that as well. You're giving it a good thought. No, you're not accepting it. It's like your idea of sun has transformed ever since, and you're like, this is not it. This is not my happiness. Clearly. I feel like some of you don't even reply to this, respond to this person as well, because you're like, whenever you get this person's message or call, you're like, you're watching it on your phone, and it's like, I saw it, I read it, I thought about it, I gave it a really good thought, a damn good thought, and I tried to fit it into my goals, and it did not fit. I don't feel like it fits. As much warm and happy it makes me feel in the moment, I don't feel like it's going to end up in a long term. So blocking it is, right? At the bottom of the deck, the star, you are being like, you know, I'm really committing to my star here, and anything else shall not pass. Shall not pass. I'm only committing to what I actually desire and what's actually good for me, and I'm recommitting, and over again you're telling yourself that consistently. So you have a very consistent energy, and you have a very firm energy and decided energy. So I love that about you, honey. That's that Leo energy that I'm feeling here today, and I love it. I love it for you. You have been having so much, I mean, difficult readings these past few weeks, so it's a very refreshment to see a very different collective here. So yeah, I love it for you. You're giving me that old Aries energy. You might have a lot of fire in your chart and water too. Like, you are a water fire combo, which is the best in my eyes. But then again, hey, who am I to say? But then again, yeah, I feel like that's it. You're not taking up on their offer. It's like you don't even respond to them. Like, you just completely surpass it. Like, I'm going to save myself the trouble because I don't feel like it's worth it. So probably they approached you in a way that did not give away their real intentions. Probably they approached you in a way that was really old school and things like that, you know. The Queen of Wands, the Chariot, and the Page of Wands. Yeah, you're open. You have a very bold heart, honey. You're taking off in a new direction. It's like new beginnings. New chapter energy for you, for this Leo. I'm telling you, baby. You have a very strong heart space, and you are willing to work with only those people who are willing to give back their heart space too, and our relationship committed. Again, I can't make this ish up. I'm telling you, You are relationship oriented, you are stability oriented. If we are not going to define it, I'm not going to start off, and I'm not going to balance up with you even over the shared interest. I'm not even gonna have quote unquote that friendship with you if I don't feel like we are both building. If we don't know that we are building relationship together, then what's the point of even having being friends with each other? Why are we wasting our time being friends, quote unquote? You told me that you're not into shallow connectivity, inconsistent connectivity, until and unless you really know that the other person also wants a relationship and looking for a relationship, and then you explore, like, start from the basics. That's how the process goes, right? It starts off slow. You're not giving your full throttle energy, but you are decided, like, this is what I'm looking for. So only the applicable candidates need to apply. That's it. If you are trying to fuck around with me, then please leave. And I feel like there's somebody that comes across, even if it's not the past person, let me tell you, it's somebody who's very independent, and it's like you feel like, you're offering me your heart, but then you feel like it's kind of like, that there's a values issue. The way they choose to live their life and the way you choose to live your life, it's very different. You feel like you get the vibe from them that they are very into super hyper independence. They don't like to be put down or really held on accountable for a relationship. They don't look like relationship material to you, end goal material to you. I mean, with all due respect, they might look good and great. They might be great as people. You're telling me that they look good. They look really shiny. They look really, really good. Like, I could have said yes, but then again, my goals. I don't feel like they are a good applicant for that. I feel like they're too much into their independence. I feel like they do shit more for themselves as opposed to, being a partner or co-partner. You know, I don't feel like they could be it for me. I don't feel like it's fitting in here with me. My mind is off about them. My mind feels off about them, something fishy about them. My mind doesn't trust this person, probably. So it might be various reasons. Things that they might do, things that they might say, things that they might, live through. Like, you might have checked their profile and you were like, they're too much, they have a lot of friends. So I don't know if, I want that kind of stable life with this person. So again, it could be any reason, anything. You are entitled to your reason. Pick and choose whatever your reasons are. I feel like you're denying that thing with this person here, and you are only open to those applicants that are actually relationship oriented. You are not looking for anything otherwise. You're looking for something defined because you are ready. You are ever ready, more than ever ready. You might have some cancer in your chart, not the point, but I feel like you're ever ready. You're not trying to be confused into confusing relationships, into situationships where we don't know what we are doing, what our goals are, or where we get hooked on people, places, and situations that we know don't have similar goals, but we are still somehow keeping ourselves attached to them. So you're not doing any of it. You're very consolidated Leo here. Leo with a plan, and you're pursuing that plan. So kudos to you. That's all I have for you, Leos. I hope this helped. This was a great read. So take care.